Let's go. Let's go, guys. So it should be interesting to see. Let's go ahead. I still don't know why Great Cleave is here, but let's put the ones that have died down here in the Who tier. Frislandia, Eden. So much death, guys. So much death. Mirrodin, Medea, death. Avalon is now on the category there. Good God, guys. Oh my God. We are going down a slim pick. Devour is now down there. Heliopolis. Is this really all we have? Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. Oh wait, and Olympus. Oh my God. Boys, we are down fucking tremendous. This is it's the easiest tier list of my life. I just gotta put everyone in Who. Oh no. Oh my God. I'm like, dude, you know what's funny? I started doing this in December and like all of these were like ranked and stuff. It's like we're pushing February and I'm like, guys, this is starting to look a little sketch. Like, I don't know. Hey, look, it is what it is though. Yeah, it is what it is, though. Look, hey, how it goes. I know some people say dead game. Look, you guys know as long as your boy is out here, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be grinding. I'm gonna be doing my thing. I'm gonna be holding it down. You guys know your boy ain't going nowhere. Your boy ain't going nowhere, dude. I love this fucking game. I will literally be on my deathbed before I lose my community and this game. Okay, I don't care if AGS doesn't like me or message me or anything. I don't care. I'm out here. You guys know it. Shoutcast and Wars doing some fun tier lists, doing stuff with the content. Okay, let's get it. Also, guys, if you guys get hit with ads in a second, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, dude. It is what it is. I'm telling you, until AGS needs to understand that PvP is the core player base of this game. I mean, this PvE is out there, but we need them to showcase some PvP, dude. Like PvP is. It is what it is. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Okay, guys. I guess we'll just do it in a row. Let's do COS. Now, Castle of Steel. If you guys don't know, Castle of Steel, East Coast server. Castle of Steel is pretty strong. You have Castle of Steel out here. These guys, you have companies like Supple, Boogaflu, Dropouts, arguably some of the absolute top companies in New World. So it kind of automatically kind of puts them in a position of high competitiveness. I think COS is looking good when it comes to competition. We do see that they have a nice middle ground too of like Don't Panic, Paw Patrol, and Fed kind of there as well. And then they also have a good sense of PvE companies over there, like that are still trying to get active, but they do a lot in the PvE scene. And COS right now is still, when it comes to high competition and when it comes to high competition at similar tiers, it could be a little bit more competitive in the mid and low tier, but decent population compared to some others. Yo, Puppy, hey Puppy, hey, thank you for the resub. Let's go indeed. Hey, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. I think COS is going to be an S tier server. I think COS still has it, S or A, but I think S tier. They definitely have some competition over there. I mean, but the thing is, guys, I see somebody already put in cap. You guys got to remember. Look at the servers, guys. Look, I just gotta look, guys. Like, there's not much to go off of anymore. I don't know. I still think COS though, hold it down. And look, I gotta be honest. Look, a big thing that keeps COS at this spot is the fact that they literally have arguably 3 of the best companies in New World on that server, constantly battling back and forth. You know what I mean? Like that. I mean, seriously, like I know that's not, you know what I mean? I know that's not like everything, but I mean, the reality of the situation is that's awesome. And there's still enough population to have fun in different tiers. So you'd love to see it. So let's do Amara. So Amara actually experienced a bit of a merge since the last time we did the tier list. Amara is a fresh start server over here on NA East, and it kind of went to a bit of a merge last time we saw them. We saw Devour actually make their way over to Amara, and Amara is a lot of fun, not gonna lie. It still has always held a pretty high spot up here, and I think it's for a good reason, especially with last month's getting that boost of Devour kind of making the way in. Now, arguably, whenever Devour came in, it was a good look because we saw a lot of companies kind of make their way. We saw Declared from that devoured server go over into Amara, turn into Swipe Night, and actually really make some big moves. And we have seen some Amara companies like F-Baller kind of disbanding, but I still think there is a good level of high competition with Bark for Heals, Swipe Night, Ordo kind of in the in the conversation, and then F-Baller, I think they're starting up something new over here, and then you have some lower tier companies over there as well that's trying to hold it down. So it's going to be interesting. I think Amara still is arguably one of the best fresh start servers. I think Amara is a good fresh start server, so I think I am going to be putting Amara at the high B or A. I want to put Amara A. Could be high B though. We'll address it after we see a little bit more other servers. I feel like because fresh start though, it's interesting. It is one of the best fresh start servers, but it's like at the same time, it struggles a little in certain ways, and I feel like it could use slightly a little bit more competition from what we're seeing. I think I'm going to put it at B for now. I think Amara can be B for now. We'll take a look at it. Let's go ahead and do, ooh, these are going to be spicy. Let's go ahead and do Marama. Let's do Marama. So Marama is kind of interesting because last month Marama had a Heliopolis merge, or Heliopolis, however you say it. They did merge into Marama, so it's kind of interesting to see. I think Marama does have decent competition. We're starting to see Prim make their way over there. They have companies like Prim, 15K, Maximum Effort, and others over there. Alternates, Atrocity, trying to get rolling. I think Marama is a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of fun, but there's not a lot of things that shake up on Marama. One thing about Marama is the fact that it's almost always just the same. It's almost always the same. When it comes to competition, you never really see 15K or Maximum Effort beating each other. It's like a lot of the wars over there a lot of times are kind of cut and dry. So that's one thing that kind of makes Marama a little it kind of makes well, the thing, Franco, COS is always the same, yes, but arguably COS does have like the best companies to make up for that. I think Marama has started to see an influx of people make their way over there. I know that some people are making their way to Marama, at least from what I've heard, so that could definitely kind of influence that. But the thing is, Marama is kind of just an average, I think, C tier server. I think it's just kind of it's a nice average legacy server. It's not bad. It is what it is. But I don't know. It's just kind of chilling. It's just kind of chilling right now. I don't mind Marama. The population's pretty decent, but it's it is what it is. All right, let's do Orofina. Let's do Orofina, guys. So Orofina is kind of a spicy one here. Orofina is very, very spicy. Orofina has consistently held out the S tier spot. Now I have been seeing, so guys, also let me say before we get into kind of what I was going to say here, Orofina, they have a lot of companies over here. You have Cosmic, you have Egoed, you have Handsome Blokes, you have Strict, you have you have a lot more companies over here as well. Like, that's just naming a few. You have a lot of big companies over here, and the thing is, West Bench, you have a lot of people, but the thing is Orofina is starting to experiencing something kind of sucks, man. You're starting to experience more people starting to kind of want to make their way off of Orofina just a little bit. We're starting to see more people kind of getting tired of the war logging. I know Orofina right now, conversations of the fact that Orofina is starting to kind of turn into a war logging server. And now, however, the saving grace of that statement is the fact that Orofina has bangers and juicers and slappers of wars. That's the thing. Orofina consistently has some of the best wars that you're going to be catching. And that's just true. You know what I mean? And that's just true. Like Orofina has some of the best wars with some of the funnest, most fun companies out there. So it's kind of like, it does beg that question. You know, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, it sucks that some people are leaving, but you know, it is dying. Orofina is it's slow. You know, it's slow, but yeah, Diamond, I agree. Orofina does have that. Orofina does have that multi-level competition. I think better than any other server right now. I think Orofina does have the better than any other server right now. But the population is suffering a little. You could argue Orofina's top at A or back of S. Just due to the population drop that we saw last month and its trajectory that we're kind of starting to see. So it's interesting. I think personally though, and look, this is just Willie opinion, I'm going to be putting Orofina at S. And look, this is Willie opinion, right? I think because obviously I'm a big PvP guy. I still think that Orofina has some of the absolute like best wars still out there. You know, I love catching the Ego, and I love catching the West Benches and the Cosmics and the Strix. Like, I'm not gonna lie, look, this is the Willyverse, you know, that I'm in, and I think that Orofina, I think due to the fact that they still have, even though there is some decline in population, I still think that Orofina has absolutely juicy competition. I think that's awesome. So yeah, let's go. Let's get into Seer. Now, Seer's interesting, man. Seer is very interesting. Seer is a fresh start server over here on the East Coast. Fresh start server. They have a competition like they have Prim. They had Uppies, but they had a rough time. They got some others like Price Check, Minotauri, companies like that. There is a lot of wars, but I don't think Seer has much competition when it comes to PvP. That's the problem with Seer. They got a good population, but they just don't have really much that's really going for them when it comes to the strength of the server, in my opinion. But I think what Seer lacks in competition, they make up for in population and people that are somewhat active over there. I've never really, you know, to my knowledge, the people that come in here and talk about Seer and all that stuff, it's not really like, oh, Seer's dying, this and that. It's just kind of always like Seer just doesn't really have like banging wars and like high competition. Like Prim has owned Everfall and Windsward over here for like ever now, it feels like. So I think Seer is probably a D tier server at the moment. I think I'm going to put it at D, just because it is you know, their lack of competition. People are slowly going to be trying to make their way out whenever that happens. And we're just going to have to see what it looks like, because, man, Seer's having a rough look over there. So it is what it is, though. You know, I think Seer is, you know, look, it has its ups, but man, when it comes to competition and like PvP prowess, there really is not too much going down over there. So let's get it. Let's catch Valhalla. Let's do Valhalla. So Valhalla is interesting. You have companies over there like Heaters, Borpa, DSS. We just saw Sturdy Energy today. You have Swamp Legion. You have other people over there. That is a pretty good. I think Valhalla has decent population, and I think Valhalla has a pretty solid, if I'm not mistaken, Valhalla has always had a pretty solid PvE community. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure I haven't really seen anybody complaining about it, but I heard that you know, Valhalla still seems to have that, and I don't know, it's pretty good. Now, when it comes to competition and the wars and stuff, it's kind of hard. I feel like Valhalla is kind of an interesting case, because your top companies are kind of battling it out, but not necessarily like completely finalizing and like beating each other. And not all the time, at least. You know, you see like Heaters over here looking really good, but they kind of struggle to like really finalize an attack or something on like Borpa or DSS. And it's kind of interesting. I think Valhalla is probably a top of B. I think Valhalla top of B. I think the problem is just that upper echelon of top competition in Valhalla for me. That's kind of the thing. I think Valhalla just lacks that kind of like yes, you have. I love catching heaters in Borpa. I love catching heaters in the DSS. But what Valhalla really needs right now is a solid Marauder company. Look. We saw Sturdy Energy today. That looked good. But Valhalla, if Valhalla got a really good Marauder company that could go like start getting shaking things up over there, that would change Valhalla's like competitive dynamic a lot, because right now that's the problem. You have DSS and Borpa on the same faction, and it's kind of causing this like you're just fighting heaters, and it's kind of weird. It's a weird dynamic. So that's what I would like to see coming out from Valhalla. So shout out to any of the Marauder companies. Hey, come on, merge, do something, get some things together, because you need to oh, my bad. Here, I'll move the cam. I'll move the camera over here. Here, hold up. I'll move the camera over here for now. Let's get it. We'll do some side willy action. All right, we'll do a little side willy action. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do Lilith. Let's do Lilith. Lilith is interesting, guys. This is very interesting. So Lilith is a fresh start server over here on the East Coast. Lilith experienced a merge coming out here from Avalon. And if you guys don't know, Avalon had the Mirrodin people over there as well. So Mirrodin merged into Avalon, and then Avalon merged into Lilith. So you have a cosmic company starting over there. You got Vert, you got Borpa, Peacocks is over there trying to make some moves. Some other companies are trying as well. So the thing is, you do have some companies. The thing about Lilith though is it's kind of cut and dry on who is the top company. Like you have Vert and Borpa, and then it's kind of like, the cosmic company's starting up. It's interesting. We haven't really seen I haven't seen too much of that coming in the last month. Lilith is strong, but I just don't know. What is the it's hard to say. Is Lilith better than? Because the thing is, we have to look at it like this. I don't think Lilith is as as a little dry and stuff as like what Marama is. But is Lilith better than Amara? Because this is kind of like, I don't know. Is Lilith better than Amara here? It's kind of hard to say. I personally think the Amara wars are still a little bit more exciting for me. But Lilith, the thing that Lilith has over Amara is the fact that it has a huge population. And that's what's crazy about Lilith. Lilith has a lot of people that are over there. But when it comes to competition, I feel like Amara just seems to have a little bit more due to the merge here. But I don't know, man. Lilith has such a high player base, and I think isn't Lilith like the most most populated server? Yeah, right. Yeah, I think it is. I mean, that definitely. I don't know. That definitely kind of. I don't know. That's got to mean something. It has a top pop. You have the most PvE bots. It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. Lilith is such a hard case, and also clairvoyancy. I don't catch a lot of Lilith wars. Willie Top Shelf. Hey, thanks, Tio. I don't catch a lot of Lilith wars. I've been catching some Borp, or I've been catching some Vert and a little Borp. But yeah, give me a second and notice over there. I don't know. Lilith is kind of fun. I don't know. We'll put Lilith above Amara for now, but I don't know if I can justify an A ranking. I just don't know if I can justify an A ranking. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard where I want to put Lilith, man. And it's also because I'm not really in Lilith a lot when it comes to wards and stuff. It's kind of hard to say. I think Lilith has to get some bonus points for having, I think Lilith has to get some bonus points for having the top population. You know what I mean? Like, I think that you have to give it to him. Like, even if the wars aren't as spicy, you still got some really good companies over here. Maybe Lilith is top of B. I don't know. Maybe Lilith is top of B a little bit. I don't know. Kind of interesting. I don't know. Kind of interesting. I think I'm going to put Lilith right there for now. We'll hold it down. We'll hold it down for now. I'm talking East Coast cryptid. So let's go. Now we're going to be getting into the West Coast. Now we're going to be getting into West Coast here. we're going to be having, let's do El Dorado. Let's do El Dorado. So guys, El Dorado West Coast server. It just had YGG merge into El Dorado, and the wars have been pretty fun. You have companies over here like JBD Kitchen, which is, I believe, West Bench, if I'm not mistaken. You have Context going crazy. You have Outcast. You have many others. You know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on over here in El Dorado, and a lot of it is because of that merge, right? You know, the merge coming in from YGG is pretty damn cool, and I think that really did boost up El Dorado stonks pretty well. Oh, also, not to forget, you know, you have Strawberry, you have others. Again, there's a lot of companies over here that are kind of doing their thing, and I think that you have like big high competition on the West Coast, and there is some middle ground. You know, there's some middle ground for some of these companies that are kind of fighting back and forth, and I think that's cool. I think El Dorado is a pretty easy A tier for me. If you ask me, I think the wars over there, you know, look, they've been very exciting. It's been fun catching YGG and El Dorado kind of fighting each other, seeing who's better, seeing these companies fight it out. You know, I think that's something that's really really exciting about El Dorado right now. You know, I think that's really cool, and I think if I was West Coast, that's a lot of fun. So yeah, I definitely got to give El Dorado an A slot there. So Isabella. Now, guys, look, I'll be honest. Isabella is probably out of all of these servers, probably the least on my radar. I just have not caught a ton of Isabella wars. Now, Isabella did experience a merge. I believe Jonas actually merged in from Isabella. This is another West Coast server, in case you're watching this on YouTube or anything like that. This is another West Coast server. So Isabella kind of experiencing a merge here. From what I hear, the top competition is really good. And then it's kind of like, I don't know. I just don't really know if there's much going on in Isabella. You know, that's the thing. I just haven't really heard. Anything. And I know that the Jonas, I know when Jonas merged into Isabella, they didn't really make a wave. Like there wasn't really too much going on. But again, this is partially, again, guys, this is also me just not knowing much about Isabella as well. And the, you know, look, I'm sure that it has people over there. I'm sure that they enjoy it, but also I just don't know a ton about Isabella. But also I don't know if that's necessarily my fault, because I feel like if there was a lot of fun, crazy stuff going on in Isabella, I would get messages about it. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people would be like, yo, you got to check Isabella out. And just to be honest, I don't get that coming in from Isabella. There's not many people that come into the stream. And guys, I stream 6 days a week. In case you haven't been watching this on YouTube, again, I stream 6 days a week. And, you know, I don't know. So I think I'm going to put Isabella at D for now. I think Seer is probably still a little bit more exciting. So I think Isabella probably is a D, just because, like, again, I just don't really see much. I don't hear much about Isabella. Nobody's really coming in here and chatting about it. And with that being said, I think that kind of shows a little bit about what's going on the server. You know, I mean, maybe the people are there, they're having fun, it's content, at least. But when it comes to at least competition and kind of excitement for the server, it's kind of a little more dull, you know what I mean? It's a little more just kind of like bland. So it is what it is. But you know, again, that can always change. I can always try and get back, catch Isabella more, you know, things like that, you know, and that can always change. You know, we're going to be doing this all the time. So let me go through the rankings here. We got COS, Orofina holding down the top. I do think El Dorado, I do think El Dorado is definitely an A tier. You know, I think El Dorado definitely A tier here. Valhalla. Now, is Lilith more exciting than Valhalla? That's kind of the question. Is Lilith above Valhalla? I think, you know, Lilith has the population. So, and when it comes to companies, you have Vert, Borpa, Peacocks. Give me a second. I don't know. I think Valhalla, though, you have Borpa, Heaters, DSS. But that's a problem. Valhalla competition. So Valhalla has less population and arguably less competition in a way. So it almost feels like Lilith might get the edge on Valhalla a little bit, because Lilith has more population than Valhalla. Vert, Borpa, who else is over there? Vert, Borpa. I believe a Cosmic Company is over there as well. You have Peacocks. And a couple others. So it's like, I don't know. I think I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But the problem with Valhalla is that it just needs a little bit, it needs a Marauder company. It needs a Marauder company, man. Valhalla needs it so bad. I can't like just need somebody to come in there and shake up the Marauder faction. I know Sturdy Energy looked pretty good today, but I need to see a little bit more. This is for last month, so yeah, I think I'm gonna be. I think I'm content with that for now, but I don't know. Really, I think that Lilith having the higher population really kind of sets that bar up there. You know, just having the high pop in East is really cool. So, and then Amara back here, that's fine. Marama holding out C. You could argue that like these could switch around. You know what I mean? You could argue that Amara and Marama could switch around, but I think Amara, due to the fact that they saw merge last month, and it's been really exciting seeing how like Swipe Night doesn't matter. All these other companies look good. Marama's exciting, but it just lacks. I don't know. It just lacks that like. I don't know, the flipping. I want to see a little bit more coming out from Marama. It's like I just feel like I don't know. And again, it's the month. I don't know. I'm holding it down for there. I could be here all night. But Seer and Isabella down here, I kind of agree with that. So Marama's actually been lit the last few weeks. I mean, look. I mean, Prim coming to Marama is pretty cool too. Prim coming to Marama is definitely a pretty good look. Not gonna lie. Lilith A, Marama B, and seriously, really hates Marama. Oh my god, dude. Look, I won't get bullied. I won't get bullied. I just think Marama. I just think out of all the legacy servers right now, I love my squad on Marama. Okay, you guys know this, but I think out of all the legacy servers right now, I think. I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. Aonomy. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. I guess Marama does have more active stuff going on than like Valhalla. Yeah, I guess that's true because Valhalla is like pretty damn boring. Yeah, Valhalla is kind of just 3 companies. You're right. Well, Marama's what? 15K maximum effort. But I guess you have alternates. You have like alternates looks pretty good over there. Prim is now over there. Well, shit. What about this? What about this here? Let's do this. I think this. I don't even know if we have a C. I'm gonna do this. I'm comfortable with this. I think. Yeah, that's true. I think I'm comfortable with this right here. I think this is pretty fair. These two could pretty much be even. But yeah, these two can be pretty amazing. Now that I think about it, I'm like, well, shit. I did catch a lot of fun wars on Marama last month. I'm not gonna lie, and more people have been kind of flying on over there. So I think I'm gonna hold out with this. This is going to be ending it. So, guys, this is going to be ending my server tier list. If you guys want to share this around, here, consider following or consider liking, subscribing. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, thank you. If you're on Twitch, look at the chat. I got a link to my YouTube. Consider subbing there as well. I am always out. You know, I'm trying to get that YouTube going as well, guys. It's very important. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. So, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Consider again liking, subscribing. Hit, you know, look, we are so close to 1,000 subs. We are so close to 1,000 subs on YouTube, guys. Like, you guys have no idea how close we are. We're like 830 something. If we get 1,000, that's when my YouTube gets to be monetized.